People of Earth, good evening. Welcome to this edition 98 of Astonishing News. A long way we have walked together since the first edition. Not so long ago, many things have changed. The face of the galaxy has changed. Empires have crumbled down to pieces. The last Cigar are fleeing. The Nebu fell. And we are celebrating to this day the heroes, the brothers and the sisters who have fought in this liberation, this galactic uprising, worlds liberated, worlds taking back their freedom and their sovereignty. And so it is happening on Earth. The deep state may still have some power, some ties to the governments, to the institutions, but it is their last breath, and the first breath of sovereignty of humans of Earth since a very long time. This week, in this edition of Astonishing News, I will share with you a message from Una, my sister, from the Altian people. Una will share with you, I will share the message I received from her, which is very important, and she pressed that it was a type of emergency. So let us see what this brings. Have you fastened your seatbelt? It is now time to engage. Una, my sister from my Altian Soul Cluster group, contacted me a few days ago with an emergency message. This emergency message, she conveyed it not through the technological implant that I have, but by our soul connection. We communicate, Una and I, via the vortex in the pineal gland, which makes a quantum link to her, as we are from the same soul cluster. Her role is same as mine. As I am emissary for the Galactic Federation of Worlds, she is the emissary for the Altian people, the section of the Cedars that is now at the moment present in our star system since September 2021, near the orbit of Jupiter. The ships are now moving out of the star system in the periphery, but her ship has remained in the orbit of Jupiter. So she conveyed to me this message, which I will summarize to you, as when she did it I couldn't take any notes. It was the middle of the night through the pineal gland, and when you receive a message through the pineal gland, your eyes are closed and you just soak it in. So here is what she said. Altian emissary Una said that it is an emergency for the humans of Earth to redirect their intention and focus on building a new future. There's a lot of distractions that are on many levels: governmental, mainstream media, and else. The distractions are the weapon of the enemy, their last resort weapon, when people are uniting to build the brighter future together, allied with progressive science, progressive scientists, and the will of the people, the inspiration of our hearts that leads to connection to our higher dimensional self, our soul, who we are, that can tap directly in the knowledge of the universe and allow us to understand the mysteries and the functioning of creation. What is the last resort of the deep state is to distract us from doing this by any means possible. the old same, divide and conquer, trying to mount us against each other, creating seemingly minorities. We are one majority, the humans of Earth. There are no minorities. This is the plan of the deep state, to create minorities. Nobody is in minorities. Everybody on this planet is part of one single majority, unicity, one planetary culture. And it is time we are stepping into this paradigm of thinking. No more groups or divisions. The whole, I want to touch on the whole LGBT thing, because Una pointed that to me as well. This is the engineering of the deep state. As she said to me, we are one on this planet, no matter the gender, the identification to what we feel we are, our sexual behavior and preferences. We are members of the human beings of Earth. What gender we are doesn't matter, doesn't make us different from one another. In the greater scheme of creation, we all share the same consciousness. We all are a fractal of Source Creator. And Una insists that we stop listening to agendas of division, agenda who would push certain people to criticize others and try to build up gossip and drama about it. Don't listen. Let them be confronted to the loop they create. Lock them in a loop, that they look at themselves and at what they're doing and realize it is a bit silly. And grow up. This is the only way you can help people who talk about other people. Stop talking about other people. Talk about humanity. Talk about the future. About what we are building here together. That you are from here or not, you're here. And you're here to do a job. We all came with a purpose. And this purpose is very variable, but it is all for humanity. Be it for ourselves. For our own evolution, we help the others by evolving ourselves. So that is a message from Una. Stop being distracted. Stop talking about other people. Talk about how we can unite and build a future together. We think different, we look different. Doesn't matter. In the contrary, this is a dynamic, a fuel to create. Creation is not made of one thing. A recipe is not made of one ingredient. But it is a chemistry of different ingredients that will make something special. And it is the way you cook it. And if you cook it with love, it makes it really tasty. That's how you cook properly. And this metaphor, I present it to you because it really illustrates what Una tried to convey to me, which she did convey to me. Humanity must stop being distracted. When gossip comes your way, remain silent, and move on. Do what you have to do for the greater good of the human species on Earth. I hope these words resonate with you, change your perspective, and lead you towards a higher path. May you inspire and bring others. May you shine not to be seen, but to guide the others who walk in the shadow. It was announced for centuries, even 2000 years. You know, you have heard of the return of the Messiah or Yeshua or Jesus. You have heard of these things. But Jesus is not coming back as a person, as a soul. And in this time when we are approaching Christmas, when we are celebrating the ancient pagan festival of the renewal of the light, the winter solstice, we also can put our minds and hearts into the manifestation of the returning of the light of hope for humanity. Jesus is not coming back physically, but he is coming back in frequency. The essence he carried still beats in all our hearts, in our veins. How come? Because Yeshua is the descendant of the Adamic bloodline. In this Adamic bloodline, the forefather and the foremothers have put their essence, because their essence was an activator. In the genetics of this bloodline, the little stardust they put in their genetics, their own stardust, star seeds, activated a whole strand of humanity that has bred and multiplied since. This essence is of a high frequency. It is not an extraterrestrial essence, it is the very essence of humanity, the potential of human being. Christos means the anointed one. Anointed not as you think by sacred oils or balms, but it is a frequency. It is about frequency. A genetic frequency that is enabling the unlocking of the secret and potential of consciousness, of human consciousness. This is what Christ consciousness is, the anointed consciousness, the frequency activated consciousness of the real humans of Earth. And in these times where Christmas is coming, Christmas, remember this. You all have a fractal of Yeshua in you, a fractal of this Christ consciousness, this anointed frequency. What is it? Exactly. It is the fractal seed of source, of creator, of God if you want, that is in all of us. And I'm not now talking about the humans of Earth, I'm talking about the whole creation, in the whole universes. When you sleep, this consciousness is sleeping. This potential in your consciousness is sleeping. When Ea came back, the father of the Adamic bloodline, when he came back into the star system in 2021, in September more exactly, he brought with him this consciousness, this frequency. And by his beating heart and compassionate soul, he radiates it. He is stationed in the orbit of Jupiter. It is very far, but not that far, astronomically speaking. And his frequency is resonating in everything that is around in the star system, and especially the humans of Earth. Christ consciousness, this frequency, is back through Ia's veins, Ia's blood, Ia's essence. And you can feel it. And it is activating everyone by a natural phenomenon that it resonates in your DNA, in the genes that are in your DNA, that descends from it. The power that is encoded in it is the power of compassion. What is compassion? It is the higher form of love, you would hear, but it is way more than that. Compassion is a state of existing. It is the awareness and the embracement of this awareness that we are all one, that separation is an illusion, that we are all fractal of Source Creator, experiencing division through incarnation, but it is just an experience, a perspective, a way of experiencing being alive in physicality. Incarnating in physicality is experiencing separation. Separation is momentarily, and it is an illusion, because we are all made of the same substance. And that substance, it is compassion, the cement of the universe, what binds us together. It's the essence of the frequency that heals everything, that sorts out everything, that makes you understand the answer to everything. Compassion must first go to yourself. It heals you, it activates you, it makes you suddenly having an epiphany of cleverness. Oh my goodness, of course. So, this is the return of Christ consciousness. The return of the light of realization, of initiation into our higher potential that is back. And in the coming days, you will experience this. When you light a candle at midnight in your house, celebrating the rebirth of the light, of the child of light, which is the young sun. The young sunlight, because the days are going to grow longer after the 25th of December in the morning. This is a natural astronomical phenomenon, I need to remind you. The winter solstice. When the nights have grown bigger and longer and colder, and the days have diminished to their maximum. On the 21st of December, the longest night of the year. And this is an invitation, metaphorically, to consider the whole evolution of humanity on that year. On the 21st of December, the sun will set the earliest in the year. And during 4 days, it will remain like this. Setting at the same time, rising at the same time. This is why the ancients were saying the sun stands still in the sky for 4 days. That's the expression that depicts it. And on the 25th of December, suddenly you start to see a change. The sun is rising earlier and setting later. This is the day, the moment when the light is reborn. This is why the ancient Christians put the birth of Jesus on that time. Because when you cannot erase a truth, a scientific fact that unfolded onto a pagan belief, when you cannot erase this, you're going to try to put a distraction or false information on it to hide it. Jesus was not born on a winter solstice. He was born apparently later in the year. But this is very interesting because this assimilation of the two traditions, of the scientific fact of the winter solstice, the pagan interpretation, and the birth of Jesus, all means the same thing. Scientific, pagan, Christian is the same phenomenon, the same metaphor, the same dynamics, the rebirth of the light. May the light be reborn within your genes, your genome, your blood, your cells, your heart, your body, your consciousness, your energetic field. May the light powers your torsion field, and may all your thoughts align suddenly, clear, and you know what you're meant to do on this planet. Because 2026 is the year when we become the builders and the architects of the future. People of Earth, I am sharing with you all my blessings, my love, and all goodness be with you.
Analyzing data.
The fifth planet of the Ox star system, Trium Ox, is inhabited by a stage 3 advanced human civilization, the Thria Vorolians. It appears that they were seeded there directly, just as Earth and the Man system in Lyra were seeded by a group of scientists from the Intergalactic Confederation. Their genetics are very closely related to the Tal, although they are a separate race, also somehow related to the Altair on Horai. This may lead to the conclusion that the same genetic root was used for both cultures, with a Tal input regarding the Thria Vorolians. Their society is a planetary monarchy with regional governors, and they share their world with many other less advanced indigenous cultures. The Thria Vorolians are very respectful of their environment, a recurring trait found in races indigenous to their world. Indeed, there is a kind of symbiotic relationship between the consciousness of the people and that of their planet, or planetary matrix. Wherever they travel in space or during incarnations on other worlds, a compass in their heart will always point with nostalgia to their original planetary matrix, where their soul was first fractalized by Creator Source and grew through all the reigns of life. This is their original planetary matrix. This is their home. The Triad Alliance are members of the Galactic Federation of Worlds and the Andromedan Council. They are pacifist, hospitable, and a wonderful people who dream of a day when this galaxy will see the end of the last day of the last war. Who knows? Dreams are the seeds of the future.
Star Nation News was brought to you by Elena Danan. Don't miss the latest news every Monday on Elena Danan's channel. Video directed by StefZak.